Gemma here, aka Aussie Bookworm, and today I will be doing the Epic Reads book tag. Now I was tagged to do this tag by three awesome people who are really, really amazing booktubers, so head over and check them out. They were Clocks and Books, Denise Trespling, and Just Jesting. I'm pretty sure those were the three. If I got it wrong, I'll correct that, perhaps. So yeah, I just felt like it was fate that I do this book tag. Question 1. Yes, I'm reading it off my mother's phone because somehow in the last 20 minutes I've lost my phone in my house. Question 1. If you could invite one author and one of their fictional characters to tea, who would you invite and what would you serve them? I was kind of like, for this one because my favourite character of all time is Fred Weasley, but I actually met the Weasley twins at Supernova last year? Yeah, crikey, it was last year. So yeah, I met Oliver and James Phelps, and so I kind of like, oh well, I don't want to double up because meeting Fred would be, meeting James Phelps. And so yeah, I decided to go instead with the boy with the bread, Peter and Susan Collins. Like, Susan Collins is an amazing author, and I adore these books. But mostly just Peter, so I could be like, marry me, leave Katniss, marry me, marry me, marry me. What book would you like a prequel for? I chose The Interrogation of a Charlotte Wolf by Amberlynn Quamelina. Oh, I really suck at reading authors' names. I'm sorry, but this is a really, really good book. It's dystopian, and it's already kind of set, like, the end of the world happened, and now it's the society afterwards. I would really like to see, like, what happened when the world was ending. I just think that would be super cool. So yeah, I reckon a prequel for this series would be super good. Which two characters, not from the same book, do you think would make a good couple? Okay, I decided Six from the Lorien Legacies, and Sebastian from the Mortal Instruments. Ugh, I have the book here. She is super badass, and I kind of have a soft spot for Sebastian, even though he's a creep. I just, like, think he would be in awe of her badassness, her epicness, and they would just make a really, really good couple. So, like, oh crap, I nearly just dropped them. I've got all my books resting on this big wobbly box, and I'm just hoping it doesn't fall. If you ran into your favourite author on the train and could only say one sentence to them, what would it be and what would you say? I'd probably say sorry if, like, I physically ran into them, which I probably would because I'm a klutz. But my favourite author, I always go for standalone novels just because, yeah, anyway. Would be Sarah Dessen, and all of her books tend to link together some way, and that's why I love them. But I just would love to see one of her books in Australia, like set in Australia, so I would probably be like, sorry, make one in Australia. And she would be like, well, call them into people. What book made you a reader and why? I don't think there was a book that made me a reader. My mum made me a reader, and yeah, there wasn't one specific book. Books in general, I adore. Your bookshelf just caught on fire. What book would you save and why? When questions are like this, I always come back to this book, The Valley of Secrets by Charmian Hussey. I read this book when I was like in year 6, and I got it from the library, and for like probably 8 years I wanted to read it again, but I couldn't because I hadn't discovered the world of online bookstores. Hello! And so I just couldn't get it. And then one day I got a gift card for Amazon, and I found this, and I can't bear to be without it again. Like, thinking about it gives me anxiety. Ooh. What dystopian world would you want to live in if you had to choose one, and why? I chose Akane by Lynette Noni. I've only just read this like a month ago, and wow, it's amazing. And why is... It's kind of like she's in this academy where you kind of get trained because you have superpowers. It's kind of like, Sky High, that movie, is that what it's called? But it's also magical, and there's like all these forests, and they have this cafeteria where you go in and you press a button, and like whatever you want, it just appears in front of you, the food. Like, I'm going there alone for that. Yeah, so yeah. And then question 8 is, what is your most epic read of all time? And my favourite book of all time is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I actually got these two books with the gift card from Amazon. So it's ironic that these both are good enough to be in this tag. I can't speak today properly. But anyway, yes, this is my most epic read of all time. I would really like to get like a better copy of this, but then again I'm like, like it's me book, I just love it. So yeah, that was the Epic Reads book tag. Thank you so much to my awesome friends for tagging me. I will tag a bunch of people down below so I don't forget everyone's names, because I tend to do that a lot. And yes, I hope you are enjoying your day wherever it is in the world that you are. Bye bye!